Hello, welcome to Hamble Lifeboat. Today we're looking at the Drogue, how to rig, deploy, recover and transfer it. My name's Grenville Hauser, I'm a coxswain at Hamble Lifeboat, I'm also the training manager. So what is a Drogue? Well, first off, it shouldn't be confused with a sea anchor, which holds the bows of a vessel into the weather. The Drogue is like a big windsock. If dragged astern of a vessel, it slows the speed of it through the water. If we drag it astern of a towed casualty vessel, it helps align the casualty vessel astern of the lifeboat. If the casualty has steering failure, or the rudder is dropped out, we can offset the Drogue across the transom to keep the vessel abaft the lifeboat. Today we are going to be using Osprey, which is a 33-foot Sun Odyssey, and has been loaned to the Hamble Lifeboat for the exercise by flexisail.com of Hamble and Lymington. First of all, we're just setting up the tow line here, so we're just flaking the tow line onto the deck, and once we feel that that's right, then we'll just pass it to the casualty. As you can see, it's a very benign day and there's no wind, so this was simply a matter of just passing the line to the casualty. Today we've put in a short bridle there to attach the tow line to. So setting up the Drogue. The Drogue has three parts to it. First, there's the Drogue itself, then there is the rode, and then there is the bridle. We're going to start with the bridle. The bridle is a big long line. You center the line, and then in the end of it you tie a figure of 8 on the bight. The next thing, you're going to take the two tails of that outside everything, and you're going to lead them to some strong points in the cockpit. In this case, we're using the barrel winches on the port and starboard side. Most important when you're setting up the tails of the Drogue, you want to look at the lead, because you want to find a line where you're not going to have any chafe. We've gone to the outside of the two quarter cleats and then from there onto the sheet winches. Now here we are aboard, and Steve is he's got the apex of the bridle and he's got one end of the rode, and he's tying the rode to the apex of the bridle with a bowline. He's leaving a tail on the end of the bowline, and he's just putting a half inch into that, and that's really just as a security, just to make sure that the thing can't come undone when it's spinning around in the water. The other end, we're attaching that to the swivel on the Drogue. Again, we're just going to have a bowline in here, nice big bowline. And again, we're going to leave enough tail sticking out, and we're just going to put a little half inch in there just for a little bit of added security. Once that's all done, we're going to start flaking out the rode on top of the Drogue, and we're doing this in nice big figures of 8. Steve is now deploying first of all the bridle over the stern and into the wake. Now he's feeding out the rode. Once all the rode has gone down, we get to the end of the rode, and that's attached to the swivel and the Drogue itself. And this, Steve, pops over the side. As you can see, the Drogue is going aft in the wake trail, and very soon you're going to see the pull come onto the bridle. There it goes. and the tow line is stretching out and the boat is coming astern of the lifeboat. Recovering the Drogue. And to do this is quite simple. All we do is take way off the casualty vessel. So we've got the casualty vessel into somewhere quite calm or sheltered. We take way off the lifeboat, put some slack into the tow line, way comes off the casualty vessel. And as the way comes off, you can feel the Drogue starting to sink. And Steve is able to pull this in hand over hand. Lastly, we're going to talk about transferring the Drogue. So the Drogue is on the lifeboat, you need to get it to the casualty. Philippe is using a bow shackle. The bow shackle is going over the top of the tow line and he's shackling it onto. He's also then attaching just an ordinary tether onto the bow shackle. The other end of the tether is wrapped around the Drogue and we've also put a spare line with it that needs to go to the casualty. When he's ready, Philippe throws this into the wake of the lifeboat and that will just go down the whole of the wake line towards the casualty. Well, I do hope this has been of some interest. Our thanks again to all at FlexiSail. You can visit them at flexisail.com, and if you want to know more about Hamble Lifeboat, visit us at hamblelifeboat.co.uk. Thank you.